Hey Flo here. I just turned the camera around. I'm going to do another reading from right here. Looks like a good angle. Probably can't see the birds back there because they're too small in the frame, but probably a couple thousand birds back there in the water fishing or whatever they're doing. Oops, forgot that does that. It's weird. Alright, so I'm going to do a third reading today, at least. Maybe another one if I have time, but just play it by ear. So this time it's mostly in Psalms. I'm going to read Psalm 131, 138 to 139, 143 to 145, and 1 Corinthians chapter 7. Could be a long reading, but we'll see. So what's the first one? Psalm 131. I don't think I'm going to have time to climb up that mountain. Oh, this is a very short one, though. Psalm chapter 131, a song of ascents of David. My heart is not proud, O Lord. My eyes are not haughty. I do not aspire to great things or matters too lofty for me. Surely I have stilled and quieted my soul, like a weaned child with his mother. Like a weaned child is my soul within me. O Israel, put your hope in the Lord, both now and forever. Psalm 100. I keep saying Psalm. It doesn't really matter, but I try to be consistent and say chapter. Oh well. Psalm chapter 138. I give you thanks with all my heart. Before the gods I sing your praises. I bow down toward your holy temple and give thanks to your name, for your loving devotion and your faithfulness. You have exalted your name and your word above all else. On the day I called, you answered me. You emboldened me and strengthened my soul. All the kings of the earth will give you thanks, O Lord, when they hear the words of your mouth. They will sing of the ways of the Lord. For the glory of the Lord is great. Though the Lord is on high, he attends to the lowly, but the proud he knows from afar. If I walk in the midst of trouble, you preserve me from the anger of my foes. You extend your hand, and your right hand saves me. The Lord will fulfill his purpose for me. O Lord, your loving devotion endures forever. Do not abandon the works of your hands. Psalm chapter 139. For the choir master, a psalm of David. O Lord, you have searched me and known me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You understand my thoughts from afar. You search out my path and my lying down. You are aware of all my ways. Even before a word is on my tongue, you know all about it, O Lord. You hem me in behind and before. You have laid your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too lofty for me to attain. Where can I go to escape your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I ascend to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in Sheol, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle by the farthest sea, even there your hand will guide me, your right hand will hold me fast. If I say, surely the darkness will hide me, and the light become night around me, even the darkness is not dark to you, but the night shines like the day, for darkness is as light to you. For you formed my inmost being, you knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are your works, and I know this very well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in secret, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed body. All my days were written in your book, and ordained for me before one of them came to be. How precious to me are your thoughts, O God! How vast is their sum! If I were to count them, they would outnumber the grains of the sand. If I were to count them, they would outnumber the grains of sand, and when I awake, I am still with you. O God, that you should slay the wicked, away from me, you bloodthirsty men, who speak of you deceitfully, your enemies take your name in vain. Do I not hate those who hate you, O Lord, and detest those who rise against you? I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them as my enemies. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my concerns. See if there is any offensive way in me. Lead me in the way everlasting. Psalm chapter 143. O Lord, hear my prayer. In your faithfulness give ear to my... Oh wait, let's start over. I forgot the little subtitle because this Bible is annoying. Formatting is not my favorite. Psalm chapter 143, a psalm of David. O Lord, hear my prayer. In your faithfulness give ear to my plea. In your righteousness answer me. Do not bring your servant into judgment, for no one alive is righteous before you. For the enemy has pursued my soul, crushing my life to the ground, making me dwell in darkness like those long since dead. My spirit grows faint within me, my heart is dismayed inside me. I remember the days of old. I meditate on all your works. I consider the work of your hands. I stretch out my hands to you. My soul thirsts for you like a parched land. Selah. Answer me quickly, O Lord. My spirit fails. Do not hide your face from me, or I will be like those who descend to the pit. Let me hear your loving devotion in the morning, for I have put my trust in you. Teach me the way I should walk, for to you I lift up my soul. Deliver me from my enemies, O Lord. I flee to you for refuge. Teach me to do your will, for you are my God. May your good spirit lead me on level ground. For the sake of your name, O Lord, revive me. In your righteousness bring my soul out of trouble, and in your loving devotion cut off my enemies. Destroy all who afflict me, for I am your servant. Psalm chapter 144. Blessed be the Lord, my... Oh, let's start over, because of the subtitles. Psalm chapter 144, of David. Blessed be the Lord my rock, who trains my hands for war, my fingers for battle. He is steadfast. He is my steadfast love and my fortress, my stronghold and my deliverer. He is my shield in whom I take refuge, who subdues peoples under me. O Lord, what is man that you regard him, the Son of Man that you think of him? Man is like a breath, his passing days are like... Man is like a breath, his days are like a passing shadow. Part your heavens, O Lord, and come down. Touch the mountains that they may smoke. Flash forth your lightning and scatter them. Shoot your arrows and rout them. Reach down from on high. Set me free and rescue me from the deep waters, from the grasp of foreigners, whose mouths speak falsehood, whose right hands are deceitful. I will sing to you a new song, O God. On a harp of 10 strings I will make music to you. To him who gives victory to kings, who frees his servant David from the deadly sword. Set me free and rescue me from the grasp of foreigners, whose mouths speak falsehood, whose right hands are deceitful. Then our sons will be like plants nurtured in their youth, our daughters like corner pillars carved to adorn a palace. Our storehouses will be full, supplying all manner of produce. Our flocks will bring forth thousands, tens of thousands in our fields. Our oxen will bear great loads. There will be no breach in the walls, no going into captivity, and no cry of lament in our streets. Blessed are the people of whom this is so. Blessed are the people whose God is the Lord. I feel like... Oh, okay. I was going to say, I feel like something significant is happening behind me. I can hear a bunch of sounds. I thought it was maybe the birds, but it's a boat. Maybe the boat stirred up the birds, and that could have looked interesting. I don't know. I'll have to watch the playback later. Alright, one more psalm. Yeah, I only have about an hour before sunset. It's going quick. Psalm chapter 145, a psalm of praise of David. I will exalt you, my God and King. I will bless your name forever and ever. Every day I will bless you, and I will praise your name forever and ever. Great is the Lord, and greatly to be praised. His greatness is unsearchable. One generation will commend your works to the next, and will proclaim your mighty acts, the glorious splendor of your majesty. And I will meditate on your wondrous works. They will proclaim the power of your awesome deeds, and I will declare your greatness. They will extol the fame of your abundant goodness, and sing joyfully of your righteousness. The Lord is gracious and compassionate, slow to anger and abounding in loving devotion. The Lord is good to all. His compassion rests on all he has made. All you have made will give you thanks, O Lord. All you have made will give you thanks, O Lord, and your saints will bless you. They will tell of the glory of your kingdom and speak of your might, to make known to men your mighty acts and the glorious splendor of your kingdom. Your kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and your dominion endures through all generations. The Lord is faithful in all his words and kind in all his actions. The Lord upholds all who fall and lifts up all who fall and lifts up all who are bowed down. The eyes of all look to you, and you give them their food in season. You open your hand and satisfy the desire of every living thing. The Lord is righteous in all his ways and kind in all his deeds. The Lord is near to all who call on him, to all who call out to him in truth. He fulfills the desires of those who fear him. He hears their cry and saves them. The Lord preserves all who love him, but all the wicked he will destroy. My mouth will declare the praise of the Lord. Let every creature bless his holy name forever and ever. Alright, got one more chapter in this reading. 1 Corinthians 7, I think. Yep, it's kind of a long one. So this is a long reading. That's part of the reason I probably won't be able to climb that, which is fine. no regrets for long readings. The only thing, sometimes I get anxious because I'm like, I want to do more. So if it's one long reading, then I can't do as many readings, but totally fine. First Corinthians chapter 7. Now for the matters you wrote about, it is good to abstain from sexual relations, but because there is so much sexual immorality, each man should have his own wife, and each woman her own husband. The husband should fulfill his marital duty to his wife, and likewise the wife to her husband. The wife does not have authority over her own body, but the husband. Likewise the husband does not have authority over his own body, but the wife. Do not deprive each other except by mutual consent and for a time, so you may devote yourselves to prayer. Then come together again, so that Satan will not tempt you through your lack of self-control. I say this as a concession, not as a command. I wish that all men were as I am, but each man has his own gift from God. One has this gift, another has that. Now to the unmarried and widows I say this: it is good for them to remain unmarried as I am, but if they cannot control themselves, let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn with passion. To the married I give this command, not I, but the Lord. A wife must not separate from her husband, but if she does, she must remain unmarried, or else be reconciled to her husband, and a husband must not divorce his wife. To the rest I say this, I, not the Lord. If a brother has an unbelieving wife, and she is willing to live with him, he must not divorce her. And if a woman has an unbelieving husband, and he is willing to live with her, she must not divorce him. For the unbelieving husband is sanctified through his believing wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified through her believing husband. Otherwise your children would be unclean, but now they are holy. But if the unbeliever leaves, let him go. The believing brother or sister is not bound in such cases. God has called you to live in peace. How do you know, wife, whether you will save your husband? Or how do you know, husband, whether you will save your wife? Regardless, each one should lead the life that the Lord has assigned to him and to which God has called him. This is what I prescribe in all the churches. Was a man already circumcised when he was called? He should not become uncircumcised. Was a man still uncircumcised when called? He should not be circumcised. Circumcision is nothing, and uncircumcision is nothing. Keeping God's commandments is what counts. Each one should remain in the situation he was in when he was called. Were you a slave when you were called? Do not let it concern you, but if you can gain your freedom, take the opportunity. For he who was a slave when he was called by the Lord is the Lord's freed man. Conversely, he who was a free man when he was called is Christ's slave. You were bought at a price. Do not become slaves of men. Brothers, each one should remain in the situation he was in when God called him. Now about virgins I have no command from the Lord, but I give a judgment as one who by the Lord's mercy is trustworthy. Because of the present crisis, I think it is good for a man to remain as he is. Are you committed to a wife? Do not seek to be released. Are you free of commitment? Do not look for a wife. But if you do marry, you have not sinned, and if a virgin marries, she has not sinned. But those who marry will face troubles in this life, and I want to spare you this. What I am saying, brothers, is that the time is short. From now on, those who have wives should live as if they had none, those who weep as if they did not, those who are joyful as if they were not, those who make a purchase as if they had nothing, and those who use the things of this world as if not dependent on them. For this world in its present form is passing away. I want you to be free from concern. The unmarried man is concerned about the work of the Lord, how he can please the Lord. But the married man is concerned about the affairs of this world, how he can please his wife, and his interests are divided. The unmarried woman or virgin is concerned about the work of the Lord, how she can be holy in both body and spirit. But the married woman is concerned about the affairs of this world, how she can please her husband. I am saying this for your own good, not to restrict you, but in order to promote proper decorum and undivided devotion to the Lord. However, if someone thinks he is acting inappropriately toward his betrothed, and if she is beyond her youth and they ought to marry, let him do as he wishes. He is not sinning. They should get married. But the man who is firmly established in his heart and under no constraint, with control over his will and resolve in his heart not to marry the virgin, he will do well. So then, he who marries the virgin does well, but he who does not marry her does even better. A wife is bound to her husband as long as she lives, but if her husband dies, she is free to marry anyone she wishes, as long as he belongs to the Lord. In my judgment, however, she is happier if she remains as she is, and I think that I too have the Spirit of God. All right. Made it through that one. That was pretty long. Okay. So I might try to climb up that mountain. It's not super tall. I might be able to make it up before sunset or see the sunset up there, but just packing up and trying to head that direction. I'm not sure if I'll have time. I might just turn around at some point, but we'll give it a shot just for fun, since I've never been up there. But thanks for joining me for this one. I will catch you later. I'll probably do some more readings tomorrow if I don't make it more time today, but I'm hoping to do one more hiking day tomorrow because it's supposed to be really nice like it was today, and then it's going to be into the winter weather and I probably won't get out as much. I still can get out, but I need to try to focus on stuff that I need to get done, so that's kind of why I'm trying to reduce at least my live streaming frequency and maybe these videos as well. But anyway, we'll see you around.